Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today for my Slow Stitch Saturday. However, this video is going up on Sunday. Many of you know that I have been sick, and you have reached out to me and wished me health, and I really appreciate it. So I started filming this video on Friday to be released on Saturday. And the stitching took longer than I thought it would. Plus, I needed to take naps in between to get healthier. So anyway, these people have wished me better health. And I didn't realize, Terry, that you were a nurse. Either that or you had told me at one time and I had forgot. So thank you so much for your comments. So if you recall, I am working on another Christmas journal, and I want to cover the outside cover. What I've done is I've taken just a little bit of muslin and I have put some fusible webbing on the back. Let me grab that and show you what it is, because I know there are some people watching that are new to sewing, and so I want to help you out. So this is what I am using, and you can pick it up at Joann's in the United States. You can pick it up at Walmart, any sewing store, I'm sure off of Amazon. But the nice thing of why you want this is it makes your fabric more stable to stitch with. And let me just show you. So this is just what I'm using, which is just a small piece of just calico fabric. You can see it's quite thin, and it's more difficult to sew when you don't have the interfacing. And let me show you what it kind of looks like once I get that interfacing on there. So do you see how this looks so much thicker than just this one piece? Let me grab that end again. So you see how that is very thin and this is thicker? It makes it easier for stitching. And this stuff, let me just pull it out to show you. There is a shiny side. This is the shiny side. And then this is the like matte or flat side. What you want to do is iron this onto your fabric with the shiny side facing the fabric, because then that kind of, with a hot iron, it glues it to it basically. And when I do it, I put it in between parchment paper, large pieces of parchment paper, because I don't want this gluey stuff to get on my ironing board cover. So that's what I do. I will make sure to link some of this down in the description box from Amazon. So I did go ahead and iron the inner fusing down, and what it did is it took away that green marker. So now I know that this is going to go over like that, and that's going to go over like that. So all you have to do now is basically collage on this fabric like you would with paper. And I'm going to use a combination of both my fabric, the Tim Holtz fabric, and Rachel's fabric. Now let me pull over my mat here, which helps for putting pins in. And get this out of the way. Okay, so there's my palette. Okay, that's what I have to work with. What I would start with first is the, where did it go? Oh, the topography fabric that was in the Tim Holtz Red collection. And I thought that's perfect down the spine. So I'm going to pin that there. And this is also just 100% cotton. I tell you, when I got the fabrics, the first color way was the pink, and I loved it because I love pink. I think I need to not stretch that out so much. I love pink, but when I got the red, that's when I was like, wow, that is some gorgeous fabric. Okay, so that's going to be stitched down like that. And then my next bit of fabric that I thought was just absolutely stunning from the Tim Holtz collection was this. And I thought, you know, a pretty good size piece needs to go either on the front or the back. Now I have this too. That's gorgeous. And I have the ledger paper, fabric. And so I think this one's going to go on the back. So let's just tear off a pretty good size piece of it. So let's just go about like that. And if need be, I can always add lace or trim to cover up certain areas. So that can go like that. I do like that. That is gorgeous fabric. And we're going to, let's see here. We're going to go down a little bit. So about like that. And we'll tear that. It's going to overlap. Again, just like paper, you're going to collage. But that's stunning. That is pretty fabric. And let's see, do I want it to go? Let's go there because I can always put another little strip there. So we're going to tack this down here. And then all I will do is just canter stitch or slow stitch it down, and you guys will see me do that. I need to get some of those flat pins. Yeah, that is such a pretty fabric. And then, like I said, I do want some of this in there too. But this one image, this is from Rachel's kit, this Santa. I want him in here, probably on the front cover to the right. This is some of the Tim Holtz fabric. Let's add that in there. And I hope I did a good enough snip. And you can also glue this down until you stitch it down. So let's bring this across like this. It's nice and stringy fabric. We love our torn looking edges. You know, this side did not tear. Let's see, is that going to be, I want that torn look. So now I got to snip here and then rip. Or I could just fray it with my fingers, but I didn't. But that will work. Okay, so I want that there. Okay, and then it's going to come across the spine here ever so slightly. Then I want my Santa there. You know what? A little bit of this ledger along here. That's what we're going to do here. Just a tiny bit, and we're going to overlap it a little bit. So, and if it goes up higher, that won't hurt. So we're going to just snip here and rip. Yeah, that's going to look nice. So what I can do is, since I'm overlapping it ever so slightly, I'll pull that pin out and re-stick it in. And then bring another pin up here. I did have this kind of off a little bit, so I'm going to just still trim that up. It will, let's just go even a little bit more. It will fray. I'll make it fray. We don't want it to be absolutely perfect. Okay, so then we're going to stitch that down like that. Then let's bring in our Santa. I like him in there, okay. And then we're going to need something down here. Now see, this is from Rachel's kit too. This is some script. Now this looks good along here. I like that. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is put that there. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to there. I may shorten it. Where do I want to end that? Dilemmas here, guys. Decisions. I am going to repin this piece here. Okay. I'm debating on that. I'm going to leave that there for now. Okay. Let's see here. We want a little, since we have a little bit of that there, we'll bring a little bit of this over here. That's perfect. That couldn't be more perfect there, like that. So we're going to add this right like here. And I don't know if I'm going to go all the way down. I have another image, a couple of images from Rachel's kit. The dog may be too big. The tree takes up too much. I don't know, maybe the tree. Let's just put some of this down here. It kind of got cut at an angle, but I'm going to leave it. I can always add a piece of lace. Okay. So that's going to be like that. Okay, what else do I have here? Okay, we've used that, so I'm good with that. Oh, you know what? The flowers. Ooh, yes, this. Okay, this is going to be good right in here. Yep. Let's see, do I want it like that or do I want it like this? I think like that. I think like this. Okay, so where am I going to trim? I think let's go here. I like it kind of sideways. And I do want, though, that wishing you a cherry Christmas, wishing you Christmas cheer. I want that to show. So I'm going to put this like this and that like that. Okay. Yep. All righty. We've got a little bit of the ledger showing. Okay, let's pin that down. And this is not frayed. Let's see, how do I want to do this so it frays it? Maybe I just want to do this. Run my fingers along the edge instead of trying to tear it. And I can add lace, like I said, too. Okay. That's going to be like that. And then we'll do this like this. Yep, okay. And we will just need to put something underneath there. Oh, I'm liking this. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, what else do I have? So I have both of these here. I could put up a little bit. Oh, I know what I can do. Let's add some more of the ledger up here in this corner. Just a tiny bit. Yeah. Oh, this fabric is so nice. Okay, I like that. Okay. Now I have this piece here. Oh yeah. Okay. We're gonna add a little more dimension in here. Oh, yes. What do I want to do with this? So I am putting together some slow stitch kits. They are neutral colored slow stitch kits. And this is one of the laces that I bought in Italy that I thought I would add. So what I'm going to do is cut this here. It's pretty wide. I can't, oh, I should be using my actual fabric scissors, but yeah. Okay, let's just put this up here. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, let's go there. And with this little part there, I can just put in some French knots. So let me undo this, and we're gonna stick that down there like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. We could even take the other little piece here. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just add this down in here. And what I'll do is kind of bring it underneath. If need be, I can add some, red stitching over it. Okay, I like that. I don't like this here. That pointy side there. Okay, now we need, so I've got that in a couple of places. I've got this. Did I use all of my fabrics? I do have, I tore up a bunch of the pieces to use in my journals. No, I don't. I want it more Christmassy. Let's see if any of this. This is the collage. I don't think there was Christmassy looking things here. I think I'm going to go back to Rachel's fabrics because they're definitely Christmassy. The dog is too big, that's for sure. I love this tree. How am I going to get this tree in here? You know what? Let me start trimming the tree down. And let's see. Fabric scissor sister. That green will look good in there. Just trim off those edges. Yeah, I like the tree. So I'm waiting for the postman to come. Boy, I tell you, there are some people who have said on YouTube, they complain about Etsy. I have no complaints with Etsy, and I will tell you why. Several reasons. One, they send you a $10.99 at the end of the year of what you made money-wise. Even though sometimes they miscalculate shipping, you do have the option, which I do, is refunding people for over shipping. Let's see. Oh, international orders. They have the option where they figure out all the custom and tariff charges. So that makes it easy. And then the other thing that I've started to do now, since I'm selling the Tim Holtz fabric, and I'm having to, well, I was having to go to the post office more frequently, and it was just more difficult. Now I don't know if this tears. Let me see. They have the option. No, it doesn't tear real easily. I think we went through this before, didn't we? No, it doesn't tear very easily. They have the option where you can, when you, as a Etsy seller, you can request a pickup from the post office. So that's what I'm waiting for right now, is the post office to come pick up the packages that I've sold. So that's really nice. I'm going to trim this down. And I could even let's see. I think I'm going to just trim this in. So it's not perfectly straight. We'll do the same thing in there. Let's see what this looks like here. Oh, wow. I don't like that. Too much of that, too much of this is covered. But I kind of like it in the background there. I just wish it wasn't such a big tree. So let me finagle a little bit while, because I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me do this. And then I will come back and show you what my final outcome was for the layout. So this is my final composition, and I like the way it's turning out. So again, this will turn under the edges there. We're going to see a little bit of the black here. I like the color. I had originally thought I would stitch it in red, but I think that's going to be a little bit too much red. So I'm going to stitch it with this, which is some thread. Let's see, where did I get this? It's maybe just here from the USA. I can't remember. But I'm going to Canthor stitch this down. Lace here, a little bit of lace here. This is Tim Holtz, 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 Tim Holtz. Rachel's fabric here, absolutely beautiful. Her fabric here, I decided to put the tree off to the edge. And this is some of Rachel's fabric here too. So to Canthor stitch, again, you guys, it's just a matter of a running stitch. Oh, let me pull this book out of here. It's very easy to do. Even if you are not a sewer, don't worry about it. All you have to do is in and out, in and out, in and out. So you bring your thread in or up. You've got your knot at the end, and you just do stitches all along in a row. And you go across the whole thing so it almost looks quilted. My thread may be a little bit too long, but that's okay. It'll eventually work out. So what I'm going to do is just continue to stitch back and forth to tack all this down. Don't really, oh, I will tell you one quick story. And I did tell it already in one video, but I am going to tell you again because it was so much fun. When I got this fabric at Rachel's house, or when I was with Rachel in Italy, so you recall, it was at her house, and this was prior to her having it in her shop. And I was at her house, and it was laying on Lulu's bed. What I'm going to do is flip this around because I am right-handed and it's easier for me. But it was laying on Lulu's bed. And she said, oh, this is my new Christmas fabric. And I said, oh, can I buy some of that now? And she says, sure, And so I went crazy, and I'm so glad I did, because I will definitely get a lot of good use out of it. And the neat thing is, isn't it cool how, I know this is upside down now, but isn't it cool how it complements the Tim Holtz fabric? They complement each other. Again, it's Christmas, red and green. That's not that difficult to do. But yeah. So I will just stitch along. I will put on a video myself to watch. I like to watch other people when I'm doing this. And I will just go back and forth, and then I'll be back with you guys and show you the final result. So I finally finished all of the stitching, and I love the way it turned out. Now, if you recall, this is going to be glued underneath there, and then that's going to be glued there. And so this is going to be the way it's going to look. And depending on, once it's all glued down, I may actually add a little bit more up there. But let me show you the stitching. And I believe this is called canther stitching. And it's basically just a running stitch all across your fabrics, and it looks almost quilted. Let me show you the back. So I'm very pleased at how it turned out, like I said. And so in my next video, I will be attaching this to the cover of that journal and finishing the journal up by putting in signatures and starting to decorate it. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.